Yeah, come gather around.
So there we go, January 1969, January 30th is the Beatles' last live performance, rooftop performance, right up there. That's where they played, number 3 Savile Row. All the way up there.
Surprise.
Absolutely wonderful
Savile
to be
Row,
here.
this street which originally famous for a fine bespoke British tailoring, upstanding British gentlemen come to Savile Row to get a bespoke suits tailored. Or if you're a rock and roll star and need a secret pocket stitched into your jacket to smuggle illegal substances to your gigs, come here for utmost secrecy as well. Yeah. The jackets that are made for the Abbey Road album cover were made here as well, and that's the second thing Savile Row is now famous for, of course, the Beatles. 30th of Jan 1969, the crowds flocked as music pumping the streets and people straining their neck to catch a glimpse up on these two roofs here.
You can hear it.
You can almost hear it. Oh God, yeah. Catch a glimpse of what was to be the Beatles' final ever live public performance together. At this time, I mentioned, Beatles on their last legs. I mean, particularly by here. Not being fairly compensated through Northern songs, struggling like that, but also John and Yoko and death of Brian Epstein. This summer of love had rapidly descended into this kind of winter of discontent, right, for the Beatles. Those rumours of rifts between Lennon and McCartney, somewhat true. George writing his own songs never really made it to a Beatles record. Ringo just being Ringo, right? It's life on the road, stardom taking its toll. So in 1968, they also founded Apple Corps. This was really to try to soften the financial blow the boys were facing. Apple focused on things like retail, electronics and publishing, that kind of thing. But the idea with Apple was really to create this tax-efficient business structure. And it worked. And this was their office. Number 3 Savile Row was HQ for Apple. At the time, they were also filming their documentary. So this documentary was meant to be originally a series of episodes that would culminate in a final televised live broadcast of the boys performing for the final time. Plans for that live broadcast, though, were quickly dropped. The project then became this feature film that was to be released alongside Let It Be a year later. Incidentally, the final album the Beatles ever recorded was Abbey Road, but because of this project they released Abbey Road before Let It Be. But anyway, plans for that live broadcast dropped. Suddenly the boys had this wealth of options that they could perform this gig together to get footage of that documentary. And they had ideas. They went from maybe they could have done it in a Roman amphitheatre at one point.
It's okay, we got caught up there with a tour that was happening, which was okay, which is why you obviously heard some of that information, which was nice that the guy actually let us stay and what's it. But yeah, so down there, they actually had a little fort down there. It is probably private property, but who knows. Yeah, so down there, it's kind of where they would have gone. Straight down there. Number 3, Savile Row. Through that door, which you can see on the Get Back film, and through this gate here, you'd have had George, John, part of the cars up here. George parked his car up here, definitely in the film, and popped out, and he walked straight through. And obviously the guys, I think it was John and Yoko, straight down. There was a set of steps there, and they would walk down that way. And just here there was a drop curb, and that used to go through like a little driveway, and then you would drive underneath the building there. But yeah, that's it. They are there. That's amazing. We are here. Walking to the door. We are at number 3 Savile Row. That is the door. This one here, somebody's actually written on there, "Get back." So I might open the door and go in. They're in there. So these are the guys that are on the tour guide there, his bag and his shirt. And the street sign there, Savile Row. It says Rockefeller next door. And all visitors and deliveries to basement entrance. So, yeah, there we go. That's where they went, all the way down there, down these stairs. And yeah, how wonderful is that we're actually here. This is it.
Center pocket.
Well, that's it. We are here at number 3, Savile Row. There she is, hiding. That's the door. That's us. We're here. So there we go. Number 3, Savile Row. Blue plaque there. The Beatles played their last live performance on the roof of this building, 30th of January 1969. And this was to be their very last live performance together. Wow. Wow. So cool being here. Just a different angle of the building. See, still got the blue plaque there. It goes into Savile Row sign there. And that is it there, number 3, Savile Row. Back in 1969, if we'd have been standing here, 30th of January, we would have heard the last live performance ever of the Beatles all together. Right up there, standing on top of some scaffolding so that the roof would hold them, because health and safety were worried, even back then. Wow. We're here. Unbelievable. That's it.
And thanks for watching. Take care.